Today on All Out Brick, we're going to be rounding out the 2007 year of Bionicle with Gadunka. We're going to build the set, review it, and then give out a score. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Christian from All Out Brick. Welcome to another Mahri Nui Monday. As always, the best way to tag along with us every week is to subscribe and turn on notifications. This week, we're going to be building set number 8922, Gadunka, which will round out our 2007 year of the Bionicle line. Gadunka is quite interesting because originally the Gadunka are small but ferocious marine Rahi. However, the one that we've got in the set here is the result of that big doofus Nocturn leaving the Mask of Life unattended to. A small Gadunka scurried under it, and boom, the Mask of Life transformed it, enlarged it, made it insanely big and even more ferocious. Way to go, Nocturn, big stooge. To go even further, the instincts of Gadunka caused it to think that the Mask of Life was taken away by Nocturn and belonged to this specific Gadunka, which only added to the crazy conflict of the 2007 storyline. Taking a look at the packaging, on the front of the box, we've got an awesome image of Gadunka, really cool one, some different colors going on. We see Gadunka's arms are raised up with squid launchers firing that thing off. His mouth is wide open. We've got a cool little explosion or some sort of heat source coming out from the bottom here, and it's definitely underwater because, of course, Mahri Nui. And then the bottom left, we've got the ages 8 to 16 designation, the set number 8922, and it contains 176 pieces. The sides of the box are covered in a pretty nice looking rust, and then it's got an image of Gadunka in certain areas, and of course the Lego logo. And on the back of the box, quite a few images. We've got a new image of Gadunka posed up, standing much taller than he was on the front. We've got some indications of how his mask can glow in the dark, how some of those weapon functions work, the Voya Nui Mahri Nui connection, and then at the bottom we've got two images of the other main warrior sets, Maxilos and Spinax and Hydraxon, two awesome sets, so pretty high expectations for this Gadunka here. Originally the plan was to do Gadunka before we did Karzani, but due to some broken pieces and just some part errors with this set, I had to do Karzani first, and now we're going to come back to this warrior set with Gadunka. Feels a little weird that we didn't use, the last week of 2007 Karzani, but hey, we're going to roll with it. This is probably going to be a really fun set to build, and let's go crush it. After 20 minutes, Gadunka is complete. First impressions is that the aesthetic, very, very nice. It absolutely captures this fierce, intimidating, big power presence with the Gadunka model. It's just super thick, and the head is obviously enormous. Cool little head design going on here. Of course, we've got that top piece that's very reminiscent of the Baraki and just this Mahri Nui line, but we've also got an articulating jaw, which is awesome for a head of this size and teeth of this size. You can open it up, close it, open it, however you want to display your Gadunka. And on the inside, there's like this inner row of teeth caused by this red Paraka foot that's slapped in there. It's kind of like his tongue, inner row of teeth, very reminiscent of like a piranha, anaconda, those types of animals. And obviously he's got the fierceness going for him, and the aesthetic, awesome. The color scheme, very nice blend. I didn't expect to like this much blue. I kind of thought, maybe we're just doing too much. We need to break it up with some black or maybe some other colors. And I gotta say, it came together pretty nicely with all the different blue colors. We have the navy blue, and then we've got regular standard blue thrown throughout the model. And then, of course, the head's a very luminant, bright blue, and it's got the glow in the dark inside of that too. The head does glow in the dark. That's an awesome little part about it as well. But the color scheme in general, and then there's some silver sprinkled out. Kind of, unexpected, nice little pleasant surprise there. Another area I thought was very well executed are the legs for their aesthetics. I think the aesthetic of the legs, there's just a nice amount of different building techniques used. There's some very new stuff. I haven't built legs similar to this. I've just felt while I was building the legs, I was like, wow, this is awesome. There's so many new different things going on here. We're creating this very dense leg, and of course we're using great colors, and we're going to have some cool feet too. There's a little bit of silver sprinkled in there, and that's nice, but the aesthetic of them is about as far as we can go with the legs, unfortunately. I'll talk a little bit more about that later, and to be quite honest, that's probably as far as we're going to go with any of the other pros. I mean, maybe the only other pro is, yes, there's a lot of weapons spread throughout Gadunka. We've got some cool little hand weapons, some nice little piercing things, and then we've got the squid ammo launcher on one hand. So the hands are different. One's got the squid ammo launcher, and on the other, you're just going to get those blade weapons, and it's cool. They're not over the top. I think it's like a unique hand design. Did we have to force a squid ammo launcher in there? I don't know, maybe could have left that out, but not the biggest thing in the world. And then, of course, the teeth are a big major weapon as well. So those just contribute to his fierceness. But quite honestly, that's as far as we can go with the pros because it's kind of littered with cons. The most annoying con is probably the unsturdiness of the model. Actually, that's pretty close. There's another one that's kind of close. But yeah, the unsturdiness of the model is frustrating because this model is more of those ones that's like, okay, you can't really display it in a ton of different ways. You're just going to have to be like, okay, cool, I got it standing. It's not falling down. Don't touch it. Walk away. Don't touch it. Look at it. That's just the way this model is. It's very unsturdy with the legs. That head carries so much weight that when you put him like crouched down, it's just going to want to fall forwards. The center of gravity is not far enough back, and that head weight's just causing way too much torque on those feet, and the friction is just not enough. Enough physics. I think that's going to cap the physics for this one. But it's just unsturdy. The legs, I think, are designed well. I feel like they can hold up the weight. It's just the distribution of the weight and that head sitting out so far just causes problems. Another area I had some stability issues with are the arms. They tended just to fall down, and you want to display it like the box where they're standing up and he's got these big arms extending overhead. Just didn't really work out like that. They just fall down a lot. I had some issues with the blades on the end. Sometimes they just weren't a lot of friction there. But that, I think, is a problem with the pieces. I thought we were going to be out of the clear here when we didn't have any lime green joints. But guess what? I was wrong. There's more fragile pieces. The blue pieces, they tend to break. And the neck ones in general, that's why we delayed this episode a week, is I guess 2 weeks, is because the neck pieces broke. They arrived and they were broken. So I bought a replacement one, that blue neck piece, and it broke again. So I just substituted in a sand blue one from a Paraka set. It does the job. It's not too stark of a difference here, but there's just so much stress on those two pieces. The neck could have been much better designed to have some more sturdiness in there and some more articulation as well. The head really can't articulate. You just kind of set it up, you attach it, hope that you don't snap your blue pieces in half, and then you're like, cool, the neck can't move, the head can't really move. Yeah, we can move the jaw up and down, but it's about the extent that you can go to with this set. Some other pieces that unexpectedly broke were the Navy Technic ball socket joints. I don't know why they kept breaking. They just consistently broke. I had to replace probably like 6 of them from my spare parts bin, and it just got frustrating with the build. I don't know if maybe mine was just fragile the way it was stored. I don't know if just the copy I got was like that. But it seemed like it was a pretty consistent issue with those navy blue pieces, and it just got frustrating. It made for a frustrating build experience to have to go get parts substitute in over and over and over. It was frustrating. I probably could have finished this build in 15, 12 minutes if it weren't for the fact that my pieces kept snapping. It's a shame that there's so many cons for this model, and like strong ones too. They're not like little nitpicks, at least if you ask me. I don't think they're nitpicks because I like the aesthetic of the model. I feel like we get some cool detail. The back's even got some detail, which is nice. We've got some cool weapon integrations. We've got a nice little head function with the opening mouth. A very different type of vibe. We got the much bigger head, but it's not just like a single mask. We've got a cool glow in the dark piece on top. There's a lot of elements to this that I feel like we would find in a great set. I feel like the pros that are there, it's like, okay, yeah, any great set, any good set would have something like that. But then when we turn to just the shortcomings of the set, it's unfortunate because we had so many good successes with this 2007 line, and here we are with something that's just, So overall, just a disappointing end to this 2007 line of Bionicle, which is such a shame because we were so spoiled this year with so many good sets. And then, Gadunka comes in and is like, yeah, let me see about that. I thought he was going to be cool looking at the box art. I thought he has he's a cool aesthetic. I like the aesthetic. He's got some different cool elements in there, but, he's just not a good set. Straight up, he's not a good set. I don't know what else to say. You can't really stand him up. You just have to set him up and be like, okay, cool. That's all you can do. The head, that's like the centerpiece of the model, can't move other than the fact that its jaw opens and closes, which at this point is just standard for Bionicle sets, so nothing to really, clap our hands about there. It's just, oh yeah, cool, the jaw opens, I'm happy about that, it should open. But the head can't even twist, the neck can barely move, the pieces snap consistently, and I don't know. I wish we got a better set. It just feels weird having to kind of trash a set this hard. It feels like we haven't in quite a long time. It feels like 2007's really spoiled us with some good sets. Gadunka's not one of them, though. If you're looking to get Gadunka, it's going to be a little cheaper, though, because it's not as good of a set. So in used condition, you're going to find them for like $70 US right now, which is, I guess, in line with what we find for Titan sets. But considering this 2007 line, that's a bit below what we've been seeing for like the Warrior sets and these special sets to the 2007 line. In brand new sealed condition, Gadunka is, like 190, 200 US dollars, which is definitely lower than some of the previous sets. Heck, I mean, last time we looked at Karzani, that thing was, just forget about it. But I would never recommend spending $200 on a sealed Gadunka, maybe just for a collection, but I don't think getting those parts in brand new condition are going to save you. I think they're still going to snap, and if you're going to get this set, you might as well just spend the $70. It's not a set worth spending $200 for it, that's for sure. Heck, even for $70, you might just want to, wait and see until you can get a really good deal on it, and not just jump the gun and get something just because you need Gadunka, because quite honestly, I don't think you need Gadunka unless you're just trying to have a complete setup with 2007. In terms of a score, I'm going to give Gadunka a 6.2. Like I said, not a good set. Didn't like it. Thought I was really going to like it. I think the aesthetic is there. Like the way I have it displayed and, how we're looking at it in this video, I think it looks cool. I do. But that's all you can do with it, is you can just set it up there, and that's it. And that's not what Bionicle's been about, and especially lately the sets that we've been getting have been an awesome blend of posable sets with some cool play functions and just very well tied together, well executed designs. Gadunka just feels like an outlier to that. And so it stinks that we have to end this 2007 line on like that sour note, because it was such a good line. I mean, think about all the sets we got. We got consistently in the high 8s. I don't know, did we get to the 9s? I don't think we did, but we got very high scores here. And then Gadunka, unfortunately, sour end. However, we got some more years of Bionicle coming, so hopefully we can rebound. Hey, this is going to be a good boost for 2008. You don't have to do much better than something just to be an improvement from 2007. So hey, looking forward to jumping into the next line of Bionicle. 2007 was awesome. Gadunka, not an awesome part of it. Cool design, not a good set. So 6.2, that's your review. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to be the first to see all of our future content. Also be sure to check us out on our website and on our Facebook and Instagram pages. Until next time, stay bricking.